Oh, hello. Welcome, guys, welcome. Today we're going to be carrying on Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. A second. I just did all my morning tasks, my gaming news and stuff like that. I published the story videos from yesterday. I'm still working through the main story of the game really slowly to try and savor it as much as possible. Yesterday we did the dungeon Vanaspati. And now we're back at Radzahan. Let me see if there's anything else I can do. Alright, let me see if I can equip something new. Got a couple of new pieces. And repair. Kill. I guess people are still recovering from Christmas as well. So yar. Alright, I'm not gonna delay any further. Literally, let's just carry on recording the story. 1 second. Let me just load up my spreadsheet and stuff like that. This is part 26. Quest is called the Blasphemy Unmasked. Alright. Let me check my recording folders. The 6.0. Let's play games. Yeah. Alright. Let me open up Discord. Alright. Okay, we should be good to go now. Okay. So guys, what I do is I record the videos in little bits and I upload them once a day to YouTube. I'm trying to make sure that any videos I upload to YouTube are not spoilery. So they're not spoiled by the thumbnail or the title. I just put literally the quest name and some screenshot usually of a Scion's face. So I try my best to make sure I maintain a spoiler-free environment. And because I'm taking my sweet time, like Endwalker came out probably 2-3 weeks ago, and I think even at this point I'm not even halfway through it. So I'm hoping by the time I finish that it will not be too heavily a spoiler for people. And if people miss the story, they can just watch my playthrough if they want. Completely up to them. I like these glasses, they look cool. So let's see. Eh. Alright, chat. I'm gonna record story. So let me hide that. Alright. Recording in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the main story of Final Fantasy XIV's Endwalker expansion. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we are here in Radz-at-Han at 11:13, and we just finished the dungeon Vanus Bay. And we need to talk to Awan. So the quest is called the Blasphemy Unmasked. Awan's burden is heavy indeed, yet he'd not bear it alone. Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Megduta for the time being. There I can better manage this crisis and dispatch my troops as the situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own here in the city. Mayhap the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations and the conditions under which it occurred. If we can't ascertain what exactly triggered these tragic events, it may give us some insights as to a possible solution. Time is of the essence. Let us split up into 3 groups that we may cover more ground. Alita and I will see to Pax's path. Bankrid and Yustola pray make for Dharma. I leave Arta and Graha and you, Mithrie. Any information you can gather on the first blasphemy or the manifestation of the final days in the city would be most helpful. When we have completed our respective inquiries, let us reconvene in front of Megduta, that we might share what we've learned with the satrap. Cool. Alright. Okay, let's talk to Graha. Shall we be off then? Arthur is home to the High Crucible of Alchemia, whose alchemists forged many of our warding scales. That seems a good place as any, to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nuhadin, the chief alchemist there, on our last visit. He would be happy to answer our queries. Rahad is now following you. Keep him by your side, basically. Okay. Alright, so let's quickly check the map, because I'm still not 100% with this place. Oh, nice. Expanding House of Splendors. I guess that's a crafting thing for later. Okay, let's sprint a bit. I think I am attuned here, but let me just double check. Yeah, I'm attuned. Ooh, sorry. Maybe I selected a player rather than... Oh, it's still disabled. Okay. I guess I need to do more story. Hopefully it'll get unlocked soon. Usually I just cut from one place to the other in terms of the story, but this town looks very interesting. I wanted to show at least a little bit. Here's Nuhadin. I remember those red eyes. You were with those scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We are assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful that the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly I heard panic screams coming from the direction of Bazaar. In the next instant, a monstrous beast poked his head out from amidst the stalls. A handful of Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the Fiend and his minions propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the Marcus. This knowledge may prove useful. I thank you for sharing your tale. Well, I do believe we now know where we should inquire next. To the Bazaar, then. Okay, so let's go now to the Bazaar, which shouldn't be too far away. Yeah, it's not. Let's sprint. We'll see what we can find. Okay. Alright, let's talk to this person. This, Bazaar. So, forgive me, but my shop is closed until further notice. Needless to say, we've more pressing concerns these days. We have come not in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? Pray not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. While that was going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You'd have better luck asking that. Okay. Right, let's keep going then. Let's see what we can find. I guess the other side of the bazaar. Okay, let's talk to Zaif Nerd. It's something that... Sorry, it's something the matter, traveller. If you're lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated. We are not lost. We are in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? I saw it all, though I wish I had not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was the fiend, its massive body bursting through the entryway with the force of a tidal wave, and then it was gone as quickly as it came. Cool. Alright, let's talk to the next person. So, sisters have mercy. What's happening to the world? What am I to do? Is nowhere safe? Settle down, friend. The danger has passed, at least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? First, I heard the screams. Then I heard a horde of ravening beasts came charging towards us. One of them was huge, bigger than a Marid, throwing people about like rag dolls, and it was eating them. I hid under the counter, saw others do the same. But the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder. More voices in the throng. Beasts or victims, I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening. That's enough, my good man. You were brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones, and rest your body and mind while you are able. I suspect that is most we can expect for the people here to tell us. I think it's best we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. Okay. So, let's keep going then. Let's see where he's leading us to next. Okay, here. Okay, let's talk to him. So, judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards the Aephorite Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in that Mayhain can surely tell us more. Alright. So we have to go around there. Let's see. Like I said, it's a very interesting looking town. It's very colourful. I've not even attuned to all the Aephorite shards in this town. Okay, let's talk to this person. So, going after that enormous beast, are you? Aye, I saw it, including the very instant that poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. It started over there by the window. A few men, merchants probably, talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worse. Next thing I know, their leader, I suppose he was, buries his head in his hands, and black mist was swirling about him. Then his whole body burst apart, and there stands a hideous, slavering beast, massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends start shrieking, and then the black mist comes again, until the change takes them too. The stuff with nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know who those merchants were? No, I am a decorator by trade. Not much cause to mingle with their sort. Saw Mithrie, the barmaid, chatting with them though. You might know something. Okay. Oh, pardon me. I was just... anyway, take a seat whenever you like. Open for business as per usual. Okay, so I guess she doesn't have anything to tell me just yet. Let's talk to this person. So, even after repairing all the damage, it will take a while for business to pick up again. You mean the Blasphemy? That's what the Radiant have been calling it anyway. I saw it too. We all did. I was standing here at the counter at Mithrie, poured me a drink, when suddenly there came this dreadful sound, like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I've ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to recall, it sends shiver up my spine. By some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got his claws on me. But the sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Mithrie, myself, and the other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to turn? I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Interesting. Let's hope they don't take too long with the investigation, you know. Time is of the essence. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Merid's Mayhain. What can we get you? We have come not for libations, but rather for information. You are Mithrie, right? We are investigating the so-called blasphemy on the Satrap's behalf. We hear it was one of your customers, a merchant, that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Kalzal was his name. He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in exports of Favnarian specialities. I feel like I've heard that name before. Where have I heard that name before? Yeah, exactly. It's through him we met Matsya. Definitely rings a bell. Come to think of it, didn't you meet Kalzal when you first came to Favner? If I recall correctly, he ran a trading operation in Yadolmad. It was through him that the Scions were acquainted with the fisherman Matsya. Yes, that is the same Kalzal, no doubt. A rather successful man from what I gather. That said, it was clear that he had fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot have been good for business. Even now, with the towers gone, the collapse of the Empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Right times for the head of a trading consortium, indeed. Calzel was a compassionate man. Even as his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him to sell their wares. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting, as far as I could hear. Yet as they discussed matters further, Calzel's tone grew grave and grim. It was then that... forgive me, I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would ask just one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Calzel in particular? Please, anything at all. Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you? Calzel lived for his work and had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they are too lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbors know something I do not. I could direct you to them, if you believe it would help. What do you say? Cool. Alright. Okay, the next quest is called Amidst the Apocalypse. So, Mithrie has information that should serve you well. Calzel made his home in Karma, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Calzel lived there since childhood and was known throughout the neighborhood. Karma, the name is new to me. How did we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you will find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Come, let's see where this lead takes us. Rahadi is now accompanying you. Yep, okay, so he's following me again. Right, where do I need to go? All the way over there, so this is actually quite a run. So, let's go there. Hey Ian, good morning. How are you today? Part 1. This quest is called Mists the Apocalypse. Let's go. And we can talk here if we want. Good, how are you? I'm good. I'm just trying to press on with the story, you know what I mean? In my gaming news. Did you see my gaming news today? Okay. I wonder if I should go back and read all these, see what Graha says at each point. Yeah, let's do that. Let's record what Graha is actually has to say at each point. Not like me to skip, is it? If I start skipping now, it's a slippery slope, I think. Oh yeah, okay. Quite significant today, if you want to check it out. It was one of those days where I reported one story. One story, and that's it. I don't want to talk about anything else. Hang on. Okay, the first one. Alright, let's carry on. Okay, so we got to one of these conversation points. So let's see what he says. Ask for directions. Let's see. After leaving the Mayhain, we're to retrace our steps and head backwards towards the Aetheryte Plaza. Alright. Well, let's go. Part 2. Yeah, if you do see it, let me know what you think. Alright. Recording in 3. Hang on. Itchy nose. Okay, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay. That's for directions again. From here, we ascend the stairs. Up these stairs. Alright, let's go. Alright, okay, stop recording. Part 3. Okay. Recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're at the next point. Ah, this must be Huge, in which case we should take the path leading southeast. In southeast, that away. Okay, let's go. We can see the next point just there. Still need to learn my way around this town. Talk to him again. If we keep going this way, we should arrive in Karma before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? We can only hope that we explore rather than our leisure once this crisis has passed. Yeah, I do agree. The question is, how long will it take to pass? Alright. The next place. It's Karma. Alright. Talk to him again. So then, this must be Karma. We arrived at last. Let's begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us about Calzal. Given recent events, imagine many are taking shelter indoors. Okay. Is it going to be one of those talk to the door situations? Okay. If we're going to tune to the Aetheryte, yeah, we can. Okay. Go in here. Okay, let's talk to this person. So, could you come back another time? I just woke up, and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. Well, that's one way to avoid panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Vavnir. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask us a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Calzal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Calzal? Ah, I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he had managed to turn things around, thanks to a generous order from Ray Vader Fibers, while he was practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken with him since, but I assume it all went well. Danjibaha might be able to tell you more, though. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Danjibaha Rayvidya Fibers. Let's make a point to visit him after we've spoken to the other locals. Okay. Let's see if we can find any other doors. No, that's an invisible wall. That's a door there. Door there. Let's talk to Matty. So, Kazal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If there ever was a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return. He spent his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really, what with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn until dusk the other day. No doubt racking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. At night, I heard the door open. I looked out to see Kalzal sitting on a bench, his head hung low, a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see. The situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of other than the troubles with his consortium. He was the same old Kazal, cordial and honest like always. These questions you are asking, has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in that terrible incident at the Bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, but my daughters told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about the Bazaar going-ons. Rest assured the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it. Alright. Okay, so where are we going next? Okay, we have to go all the way over there. So, once we get there, we'll continue. Hey Don, good morning. Part 4. So we're just asking what's going on, basically. Life treating you. The talking point. Alright, we record it. Recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so there's another talking point here. Discuss a way. If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. Cool. It is quite the sight, the red sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magics run amok. That was my assumption when I saw Armorot. Perhaps the ancient believed the same, that the terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet, those self-same horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame, turns ordinary men into beasts? Cool. Yeah, who knows? Alright, let's keep going. Stop recording. All normal itself, besides that it is not morning. Yeah, fair enough. I did my morning routine, just, you know, woke up, had a shower, made my gaming news, had breakfast. The gaming news was actually kind of a big deal today. I don't know if you saw it. Basically, what could it be? How could it be, Grahadra? Yeah. It's just, big deal for some. Okay, so what happened is Riot Games were sued for discrimination. And they were sued for $100 million. So, and this guy is bored. Yeah, so 100 million. It's kind of a lot of money. But the point is, a lot of it has to go to the employees as compensation. So it's not just a random fine. Like 80 million of it has to go to the employees. So they're in for some good bonuses, I'm just telling you. But the reason why it's significant as well, I think, is because it should set a minimum bar for what Activision Blizzard will have to pay. Because I think what went on at Activision Blizzard, potentially from what people are saying, is way worse than what was happening at Riot Games. So, yeah. So if Riot Games have to pay 100 million, at this point Blizzard might have to pay like $500 million or something. But we'll see. We will see. The reason I think it's significant as well, because like I said, it sets a very strong precedent of what will happen if companies do these things in the future. And I think other companies will be roped in to similar lawsuits in the future. So, like, for example, I've heard a lot of people talk about Ubisoft, saying that things are going on there. If those companies are guilty, then they have to pay. Yeah, yeah. So now the main issue is with any sort of legal case and whatever. From my experience of lawsuits, like, they need hard proof. It's not, you know, they say it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. So, hey Joshua, good morning. So it's a case of, if they've said that there's discrimination going on and they've ordered them to pay 100 million, there must have been a mountain of evidence to support that fact. A mountain. So that's the thing. There must have been witness statements, there must have been things written down, like clear examples of it happening, and so on and so on and so on. If it was just rumor and people talking to each other, then that's really hard to prove. But like I said, if they're ordered to pay 100 million, it means that, I don't want to say that the judge had no choice, because it's a judge's role to decide. But basically, they tend to work on evidence. So that's the thing. Speaking as a non-lawyer, just as someone who's been through litigation in the past. So, like I said, I'm very curious about it. Now, the main problem with the lawsuit, is that these things take years to finish. Years. Like, apparently some of these issues stem back to all the way to 2014. Such a lawsuit wouldn't be filed without any evidence. Yeah, absolutely. It's the, like, that's the unfortunate thing as well. So, 7 years between the first instance and the compensation. That's a long time to wait. And also as well, apparently in the past, this is what I was reading, is they tried to settle the case for a tenth of what they've been ordered to pay now. So they basically tried to brush it off for very little money. Because to a company like Riot Games, like what you said before, when I said 100 million, you said it's nothing to them. What's 10 million to them? 10 million to them is not even lunch. That's what they tried to sell it for before. And that's why I said like a couple of days ago with the whole Cyberpunk thing and CD Projekt Red, the fact that they paid 1.8 million, or they're going to pay 1.8 million compensation, if it gets like looked at again, I really think it's not enough. I think 1.8 million for potentially false advertising, or even you could argue fraud, because they didn't just fraud the shareholders, they fraud millions of people about the performance of Cyberpunk. It should be very, very, very heavily fined. Very heavily fined. Because they said the budget for Cyberpunk was 300 million, and they made more than that on the first day of sales. So, I mean, I like CD Projekt Red, they make great games, but it's a case of, you know, these sort of really significant actions should not be let off so lightly. Like I said, 1.8 million is an absolute nothing thing. It would not surprise me if the lawyer for CD Projekt Red paid it themselves, and CD Projekt Red didn't pay anything. But that's why these settlements need to get approved by a different judge. Hopefully that judge will come back and say 1.8 million is way too low. It needs to be increased. So, yeah. I think as well, though, because we live in the era of the pandemic at the moment. People are stuck at home, or they have been a lot at home for the last year. People have got nothing better to do except to go into these lawsuits. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm saying that that's why people care a lot more about these things now compared to before, in my opinion. Because they've had a lot of time to think. It's like we've collectively, the whole world has been in prison for more than a year, and the whole point of prison is so that you can sit and think about everything. So we've all collectively had served a 1-year jail sentence, and yeah, there are repercussions to that. So anyway, let's carry on. Okay, so recording in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we're at the next location. Discuss the fibers. So they're farming silkworms. That must be Ravida's fibers. Where should we find Digimidabadya? So, yeah, shall we just jump in? Or shall we take the stairs, I guess? Let's take the stairs. For the sake of Mithrie's knees, you know what I mean? Okay. There is Dejin Baha. And hurry, I say. There's no time to waste. Reminds me of the Bard artifact. So, pardon me, but you are in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions that we'd like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could speak when the job is done. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to put where. And you can carry our fabrics. Go through that door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. Okay. I guess we have to go in here. Let's talk to Kamala. There she is. This area is for employees only. Ow, ow. What's that? You've come to help? Oh, praise be to Mindurava. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On our way here, you passed 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry a small crate to Nahbril Brief. I can't even be bothered. By the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate of clothing is for... and that massive crate there goes to... by the middle storehouse. Watch your bag with that one. Those are all the crates we have ready. Once they've been delivered, consider your work here complete. You have limited time to complete the task. Oh, okay. Let me take my sweet time then. I get annoyed when they have names that just are really weird to pronounce. Fred, is it? Then you've come to the right place. We thank you for your aid. Okay. I mean, it's a few meters. Couldn't they come here and just pick it up? If you have any crates of finished products such as carpets, clothing, and the like, pray bring them here to our primary storehouse. A crate full of clothing, is it? I can take that off your hands. Many thanks for the delivery. Okay. The weighty crate. I wonder how she's going to lift this. This must be funny looking with Lalafells. I say, you're quite the brawny one, aren't you? A good thing, that. Never know when you'll need to defend yourself in these unpredictable times. A crate full of fabrics, is it? Exactly what I was hoping to receive. Here, let me put that away for you. Alright. Let's talk to Kamala again. You carried all the crates to the storehouses, you say? And so quickly, too. Why, I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Dijan Baha and assure him our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late, but generous generous souls like yourself give me hope that we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we meet again in more peaceful times. Alright. Unless I ask, have you? Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You have done us a great favor, traveler. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any more to those fiends. I take it that you've established... that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us still here saw it all. We looked to the burning skies in confusion, and then before we could even begin to make sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, and one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of such agony and such terror. and in the next instant he too sprouted fearsome claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he too transformed. I'm sorry, there was something you wanted to ask? Indeed. You knew the merchant Calzal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment. Calzal? I knew him well. We've arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end we received a better offer and had to turn him down. I understand his business is struggling, and so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission, and we'd have been fools to refuse. I felt terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair were plain as day. He said that he'd discuss it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Dejection and despair? You remember what we saw in Vanaspati? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning into beasts one after the next. It would seem that the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as those that witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Calzal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered from the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be it? That such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation? Much remains unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. Cool. Alright, so the next quest is called Beyond the Depths of Despair. Sagrahatir is eager to share all you have learned with your companions. We were to reconvene with the others in front of Megaduta, were we not? That should be just outside. With any luck, they'll have already returned from their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared thorough tragedy. But remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. If you're ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed, I thank you for your concern. I pray you to take care as well. Cool. So now let's go to Y'shtola. He's close by. There she is.
There you are. You've spoken with the survivors.
Indeed. We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
So the merchant Calzal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic, setting in motion a chain of transformations.
Fear, unease, despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
If so, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the ancients. With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors. Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered solely by the darkness in their hearts, a common thread with what we now witness.
Common, but not identical. While the beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone, those of today are born of sentient beings. Why remains to be seen, but there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors. Our souls are sundered, whereas theirs were not. Perhaps that single variable makes all the difference.
If I may, there was another detail that troubled me. We have it on good authority that Karl Zahl's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation's more dire than we realized. It means even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast.
Yep, it's like anyone can be an agent in the Matrix.
Even in lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
Look! It's the Satrap! The Satrap!
Thank the heavens.
Imp. Just walks like
My
that.
countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe. While the danger has not yet passed, far from it, allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last. Outside this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes. I pray these tidings put your minds at ease and help you calm your hearts. Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
Your Excellency, is there any word from Palaka's stand? My grandson was bound for there yesterday, and I worry for his life.
We are still awaiting a report, but I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share...
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
You are?
I'm Mithrie of Akyali, a humble fisherman.
Ah, I remember you from our first visit.
Wait, you're... But no, that can wait. When the skies turned red, I set off for Palaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw dreadful beasts all about.
No! Gods have mercy! Your Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm? You saw those beasts? They tore our bravest warriors limb from limb! What if we are too late, huh? They catch him, sink their fangs into him? The fangs! The screams!
Get away from her, now!
Oh. The key word here seems to be despair.
Damn it! We've got to kill them before it spreads.
We'll handle this. See the townspeople to safety.
Run as fast as you can! Ah! 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 No! Ah!
If there's despair, they all turn into monsters. Oh, really?
Vitra, our people, you must save them. My son,
Enough! You must run. For their sake and your own. Yes, you will survive. You must.
Going to be convinced very quickly, even though his son was just murdered.
Be strong, my friends! Fear not, for we will defeat these abominations! Brave men and women of the Radiant Host, lend your Stola and Thancred your aid. Let not a single beast escape. The rest of you, flee this place. Carry the wounded if you must. Head indoors or underground. Above all, stay calm. No beast will follow you. We will see to that.
Alphino! Alice! Leave the city to us, and make for Palaka's stand at once! Matsya, show my friends to the village! I promise you, they're more capable than the host's finest!
Right! Go with them, will you? We will save these people. As many as we can.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's talk to Alphinaud. So we must save Palaka's stand, whatever it takes. Let's see how. it pains me to put you into harm's way, but I would ask your aid as well. Of course, Palika's stand is not far, just down the hill. But as I told His Excellency before, the path was blocked by terrible creatures. I had no choice but to turn back. In that case, this is what we shall do. Mithrie, ask that you take the lead and dispatch any beasts you encounter. Alisa and I will keep Massia hidden amidst the trees. Follow when the path is clear. There's no telling what dangers await us. Keep your eyes peeled. So, yeah. So, you Mithrie, you do all the work. And, we'll say thank you. Okay, so it's not too far. Okay, fight is here. So let's summon my chocobo. Okay. Let's get it. Done. We're now in the second half of Bavnir that we weren't able to get to before. Why I enjoy playing Paladin. Two mobs hitting me constantly and not even a scratch on me. Oh, actually a World Hunt right there. Hello. Okay, so I'm nearly there. And maybe I can attune to the safe right while I'm here. There's been a lot more travelling in this episode than usual. Okay. Let's talk to Alisa. It cannot be. We must heal those we can, and quickly. I see no beasts, but stay on our guard. Or on your guard, sorry. Alright. Well, let's attune to the safe right while we're here, and then we'll talk to the people that need help. Right, done. So, though the villager's injuries do not appear to be life-threatening, he does not respond to your efforts. His breathing grows more ragged and shallow, and his vacant eyes are those of a man who has lost the will to live. Even if I wake, the nightmare goes on. No, leave me to sleep. You call out, but the man does not respond. Uh-oh. Well, that was a fail. Anyone in here? You? Are they behind here? Maybe at the other side of this building. So, have you come to help us? Too late. My family, my friends. Okay, let's see what we need to do next. Ah, there's two of them over there. So the cooling body has already begun to stiffen. Massive wounds suggest the villager was gored by a terrible beast. So the villager has no pulse, nor do they appear to be breathing. Oh, rip. Okay, let's talk to Alpha Node. Are these the only villagers who survived? I can only hope others managed to flee, but if the rest have been turned to beasts by the 12, let us do what we can to see the damage spread no further, and no matter what comes, we must keep our spirits high, lest we ourselves suffer a similar fate. Oh, alright. So I think that's a good time to end the episode. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys. Alright. That was probably more than an hour, to be honest. Hard. 6. So the plot thickens. 52 minutes, okay. I mean, we saw clearly, basically, that the second they were suffering any sort of high stress or despair, then they would turn into the mobs almost immediately. On the depths of despair. Right, let me just edit this video straight away. I can stay on top of it. Okay, let's play games. Oh, so I mentioned yesterday that I did some edits on my finance videos and they become corrupt. Thankfully, YouTube has got an undo button. So I clicked undo, and then it seemed to fix them all, at least back to where they were. I'll try again in the future to see if I can do the same edits. But if it fails again, I'll just undo again. I won't try again. But thank God I was able to restore them. It was like 3/4 of the channel was corrupt. Let's see. 6.0. This is episode 1575. Story part 26. It's called The Blasphemy Unmasked. Okay, so it's saying so far I've done 63 story quests. Jesus. Alright, chat. I'm just gonna quickly go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Just encoding or not. Yeah, I think it has. Alright. Let's close. Close. See if it's encoded properly. Then we can delete the raw files. My computer is being so stupid. So slow. Right. That'll do. Okay, so the next quest is called that we might live. Chat. I guess for those of you who have done the story and everything before, like, is there much left of Favnir, or not really? Like, will I have to do a bunch of story quests and then another dungeon? Or is it just one quest and I'm done? Or you know. I assume that this is an Aether Current quest. Maybe this one here as well. That's 2. So I guess when we finish this area, maybe another 2 will open up. Obviously, I'm going to keep going until we get the Aether Current for this zone. And the goal will be the same as before. That when I unlock flying in Favnir, then we do the 60 fates. Just get it done there and then. I've only done one so far. When I can afford it, I actually have to go back to Mel and Matara and buy, I think, the Orchestran roll. I think that I didn't buy that yet from Mel. Yeah. Alright. So, chat, we're just going to carry on the story. So let's not waste any time. Okay, let's do it. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the main story for Final Fantasy XIV's expansion, Endwalker. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we are here in Favnir at 3016. We need to talk to Alpha Node. So, the quest is called That We Might Live. Alpha Node is determined to offer the villagers what succor he can. So, I can tend to the rest. Pray look after Matsya. No doubt what we have seen here weighs even heavier on his heart than ours. Cool. Let's go talk to Matsya. Oh, Mithrie. This is Uravet, the elder here. He is her, but praise be to the sisters he still lives. Young Matsya here has told me everything. I have not the words to express my gratitude for your aid. When the heavens began to burn, we were afraid, but did our best to carry on as we always have done. Until today, when those unholy beasts came pouring into our village, a flood of midnight and death. There were no words to describe what followed. Men and women I have known since they were babies struck down by the creatures, only to rise again to join the murderous horde, in the guise of those same hideous fiends. In the chaos, a handful of villagers fled for their lives. I can only hope they have found their way to safety. Matsuya, do you perchance remember Kirasaf and Mayvan? The young couple who always brought you your freshest catches. Or bought your freshest catches. How could I forget, Elder? When I first came to peddle my wares, desperate to eke out a living, they showed me such kindness. Others shunned me as an outsider, as is their way, but Yerasaf and Mayvan bought my fish and sung its praises. They turned my fortunes around. Alas, I fear that they are in terrible danger. I saw them running towards Agama Temple, one of those beasts in close pursuit. They had their child still, but a tiny babe. To elude those fiends while caring for one so young is an impossible task, surely. I beg of you, go to their aid. I want to help. Yet I am but a fisherman. I cannot face beasts on my own. Will you come with me? Oh, thank you. Agama Temple lies to the west of here. We must hurry. Okay. So, let's see if it's far. Yeah, it's fairly far. So, let's go. Okay, stop recording. Part 1. I actually like this sort of sky and stuff. I'm going to assume it will disappear once, what's it called? Once we finish this part of the story, right? And things will go back to normal. Which is a shame, because it's actually quite interesting to look at. It's like, for example, in in Death Stranding, when you look off into the distance and you see the Supercell storm. There's an Aether current there. Okay. I'll ignore that for now. Need it for the video. I'll just wait. Okay, let's carry on the recording. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we caught up with Matsuya. So the temple is just ahead. It was built by those who worship Saint Agama, but has sadly fallen into disrepair in recent years. If my friends made it this far, no doubt they are hiding somewhere amidst the ruins. No, please stay back. That was Kasarath. Oh no, this is not good. I'll take a look. Please do. The cry came from the ruins. You must hurry. Okay. So, let's do it. The mobs around here are level 85. I'm a little bit ahead of the curve, because I'm already 89. Ah, there we go. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Talk to Kasarov. The man lies motionless on the ground, bearing a grievous wound. I'm sorry, Mithrie. I tried to stay behind, but I couldn't. No, it cannot be. Is someone, anyone? My arm's so heavy, and my legs. I cannot feel my legs. Mom spaghetti. My wife fled with our daughter. I need to find them. I need to be with them. I need... Kesaraf. No, Kesaraf, you must stay strong. More time. I thought I had. I don't want to die. Dry the tears. Speak to Kasarov. I mean, we need to try and distract him. Thank you. Please find them. Mervan still lives, and she has their child. We must search the jungle between here and Palika's stand. There is nowhere else she could have gone, I think. Forgive me, Kasaraf. Once we have saved your wife and child, we will return and lay you to rest. In the meantime, we'll just leave you to the crows. Okay, let's survey the area. It's not too far away. Seems to be a small area, though, for us to search. Okay, it's glowy over here. Alright, this is the destination. You see no tracks or other signs of recent travel. Mervan and the child must be elsewhere. Okay. Again, not too far away. Hopefully we'll find them. Havana's Remorse. I need to explore this some more. Hopefully I will when it comes to unlocking flying when I do the A for Current guide. Here's the destination. Sense a hostile presence. Dead. That's the next place. Again, it's not too far away. Let's try and avoid extra mobs if we can. Cord. Sorry, let's see what's here. If Mervan and her daughter came through this area recently, I see no evidence of their passage. Alright. Let's talk to Matsia. As they say, like, we looked everywhere, we still can't find them. Did you see any sign of them? I found nothing. Perhaps the beasts have chased them farther from the village. O gods above, I beseech you, pray deliver Mervan and her little one to safety. Cool. Meanwhile, in the skies above Favnir. Oh yeah, they were doing something, weren't they?
No more enemies to trouble us here.
It's me. How fare you below?
Understood. I will inform Vritra.
Chaos and panic sweep Raz-at-Han, and many more have succumbed to the transformations. Amidst the fray, Ahawan fell, protecting a grief-stricken father. My friends fight alongside your Radiant host to secure the capital. Beasts have been sighted in Palakistan as well. We have divided our forces in hopes of quelling the threat there. Of small solace is that we now know what triggers the transformation. As my companions tell it,
so it is the very fear and despair in their hearts which inflicts this abhorrent punishment upon them. A nightmare from which my children will never awake. O capricious and cruel fate, they are undeserving of such condemnation.
will you wallow in sorrow or rise to the occasion? Raz-at-Han is leaderless. Before he passed, Ahawan sought to reveal the truth to his people. Honor his wishes.
To what end? To breed a new conflict between dragon and man. These claws could reduce thee to shreds with a touch. These jaws crush thy bones to dust. Only through my proxy could I walk with my children. Without him, I am a bringer of fear, no different from the beasts which beleaguer them.
Perhaps so.
Only in death were Hraesvelgr and Shiva united. Indeed, whenever man and dragon have come together, death has ever been the inevitable result. It was our fear of your kind that sparked a nigh-endless war. Fear and hate of which Nidhogg drank deep as he laid waste to my homeland. And in turn, I took my revenge on his brood. Blood for blood, pain for pain. I thought nothing of theirs, only of mine. And yet, were the chasm between us too vast and too deep, Hraesvelgr would not have borne Isael to battle and our rescue. He would never have entrusted a mortal champion with one of his eyes. And the Dragonsong War would still rage on. And I would still wage a never-ending war of violence and vengeance. The future of our star be damned. I cannot speak for Ahawan's greater goals. Yet I know that he served you, served your people, long and true. In this time of unprecedented crisis, he turned to you. You could do worse than to place your trust in him. It will not be easy, but the future of Raz-at-Han hangs in the balance. We have company. The hour has come, Vritra! It's all or nothing!
Okay, 1 versus 10. Let's see how they do. Okay, let's talk to Matsia. The next quest is called When All Hope Seems Lost. Matsia cannot help but fear the worst. If Mavan fled deeper into the jungle, she and the child are in grave danger. Whatever are we to do? Gods have mercy. You must try to stay calm, Matsya. You cannot let fear consume you. Do you want to turn into a beast like the others? Fear consume me? What are you talking about? Then I too could become a beast? I understand, I think. I've seen To the Wounded. How did the two of you fare? Did you find your friends? I see. In that case, let us help you find the mother and child. Before we leave, we must ensure the village will be safe in their absence. Or our absence, sorry. Elise and I will patrol the area and search for more beasts. Would you and Mattia speak with Elder Eurovet? Please explain to him the situation and join us as soon as you are able. We will save Mervan and her child. We can do that much for Karasaf. Okay, so let's go talk to the Elder. I am heartened to see you both safe, but what of the family? We found Karasaf, but he... no more, I understand. We have lost another of our dear friends. Kesaraf may be gone, but there is still hope for Mevan and their child. Please find them, I beg of you. And if, in your search, you come across anyone else who escaped the slaughter, pray tell them what has happened. I will do my best to keep the villagers safe, and their spirits high. Come, let us rejoin your friends at once. Cool. Alright. They're not too far away. So we have to go find them. I guess they're just outside patrolling the town. Make sure it's safe. But I am pleased to report that the vicinity appears to be beast-free. No doubt thanks to your earlier efforts. And with that, let us resume our search for your friend and her child. Where should we begin, Mattia? If we follow Chrysoda south, we will arrive at Parusa, a temple. It is a sacred place where people go to commune with the divinities. It's possible that Mavan sought shelter there. Perhaps other villagers are there as well. Then it's settled. Mattia, stay close to me, alright? You two take the lead. Keep an eye out for beasts and anyone in need of help. Very well. We make for Parusa as quickly as we are able, with me. Okay, so let's go and catch up. Okay, stop recording. The part 2. This quest is called When All Hope Seems Lost. Hey Oak, how you doing? I like the colours of the zone you're in. Yeah. I was saying that if we stop the meteors raining down, it might just become blue skies and become really boring, you know? Now, chat, given that I'm already like a quarter to 90, like I said, if Paladin hits 90, I'm going to immediately just stop the story. And I'm going to unlock maybe Reaper. And then spend a while to get to level 85 with Reaper before we carry on. Like, I'm not going to let all the EXP fall to the ground. It really would be a shame if I do. Alright. So, let's summon the Chocobo. Let's record. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we seem to have a fight. Do it. Alright, let's talk to this villager. Thank you, I thought I was done for. Mervan, she is a friend of mine too, but I have not seen her. She must still be out there somewhere, trying to avoid the beast. And with her child, gods. Worry not for me, I can make my way back to the village on my own. Okay, is Marcia far? Not really, so... Let's go. Again, let's see if we can find them. Try and avoid any sort of fights. Okay, there's Matsia right there. So, Mithrie, wait. Perusa lies just up ahead, but something terrible has happened. The beasts have come, and many have already been killed. Alphinaud and Elise have gone to do what they can, but there are so many more than I could count. You must be ready. Alright. So let's defeat the beasts in the 3 locations. I guess this is the closest one. Okay, there's one there. Guess I'll do a sort of anti-clockwise circle. Okay, almost dead. As a tank, like I said, it's really important for me to try and increase my DPS with the Chocobo. Nice to have the emergency heals as well. Okay, let's go to the next one. So again, it's not too far. Yep, there it is. Defeat this mob. Okay, almost dead. Dead. Okay, let's go to the last one. Trying to avoid any fights along the way. So it's not too far away from where we were. Okay, here's Alphinaud. Ah, okay, here it is. Alright. So now let's go talk to Alphinaud, who's just over there. So there you are. How fare the others? I see. So you've seen to all the beasts in sight. In that case, let's have everyone gather in front of the temple.
Courage, friend. The pain will pass.
Has anyone seen Mevan? Where could she be?
We've dealt with all the blasphemies, and made certain no villagers are still in hiding.
Good work. We've otherwise tended to the wounded as best we can.
What will become of us?
Help is on the way, surely. We may have to abandon our homes now, but we will return, someday.
But where can we go? Is anywhere even safe?
That I cannot say.
Well, I can. Nowhere's safe. Run all you like, but there's no escaping these things. And even if I could, it's too late for my family.
This isn't good. The more they dwell on the tragedy, the more likely we are to lose them too.
My friends!
Can you blame them?
This is a place of worship. Should your heart quake with sadness, cast your mind to the heavens and remember. Remember the teachings of the old gods. Did they not implore us to stand fast when waves of sorrow break against our shores?
Know this, my children. There is more ugliness than beauty in this world. To live is to suffer. To drink of calamity and drown in anguish. To toil and be tested, always and ever.
'Tis a perilous path you walk. Death lurks in the dark, and is the sole promise that awaits at journey's end. You will tremble with terror. You will weep tears of anger and despair.
But do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. Then will you see how the hardships make you strong.
Every doubt reforged as scales for your armor. Every agony to temper your blade.
Thank you, lad. We'd almost forgotten who we are. My undying gratitude to you as well, my friends. You were searching for Mevan, no? We must return home. I pray you help the boy find his friend.
Gladly. We dispatched what beasts we could, but the roads are still dangerous. Stay together and go in safety.
was very impressive, what you did back there. Those words seem to resonate with your people.
They should. They were the first spoken unto our ancestors by the divinity of legend. I'm easily upset, and fish are wont to flee a temperamental hand, so I recite the teachings over and over to calm myself.
They're lovely and inspiring to hear, though I imagine they were born of great misfortune.
They are born of life. There's as much bad as good in it. More, many would attest. All the more reason to appreciate the good when you can.
I won't argue with that.
In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
And with that, let us see if we can't find Mervyn. Did you see? That beast was chasing someone.
Hey. Okay, so what's our next quest? Next quest is called Warm Hearts, Rekindled Hopes. So Alice is gazing out intently between the trees. Like, we're standing literally so close. Over there, my view was blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased by a beast. Mithrie, go with Bazaar and search along the river. Alphanode and I will circle around from the south. Okay. Okay, so we need to go there, again, not too far away. It looks like, looking at the map, that we are getting close to finishing Bav now. Then I can unlock flying in the sun. Okay, right there. Again, not too far away.
That's her! No, I'm sure of it! Mervyn!
Don't, please!
There. Nice. Oh, to the rescue. Uh-oh. Now what's up?
No! God have mercy!
Save her. A kid. He's still holding a kid or not? Mithri's lifeless body floats before you, battered and broken. Her death, no doubt, came swiftly. Hidden Fedora, however, is nowhere to be seen. Uh-oh. You take the babe into your arms. If she yet lives, you cannot tell, but she still surely will not survive unless you can carry her to the surface at once. Alright. Let's go. Have Alphano tend to the baby. Okay, how do I get out of here? Is there the staircase over there? Alright. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Once we get to Alpha Node, we'll continue. Sorry, I stopped recording because I don't know how long it's going to take to get back to Alpha Node. Hard free. Sorry, I can't read your name. Black Ryok. How you doing today? Yeah, I've been recording for 35 minutes. Okay. Arts. I'm just working my way through the story of Endwalker, but I'm recording it for YouTube. You said it's been a long time since you've been to the stream, but I'm sorry to say I don't even remember you. Like, how do I know you? Right. In the meantime, let me carry on recording. The recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we've caught up with Alpha Node. So, did you find Mevena the child? Damn it all. You have the child? Let me see her.
She's so cold, Alphano.
The child is alert, and I see no wounds, and yet she grows weaker.
Strange.
My spells can do no more. What she needs is a change of clothes and a warm bed. We must hurry back. Not now!
Matsuya, take the child.
It appears we've made enough noise to be heard for miles around. More will be upon us ere long. We make our stand here. Matsuya, can you take her back to the village?
But the child, all by myself. You can't be serious.
The beasts will follow you home unless we stop them here. And so we shall. Be strong, Matsuya. Her life is in your hands.
Right. I can do it.
I know you can. We'll keep them busy, Matsuya. Go! Quickly!
Steady. You know the way. No. No! Not you too. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
To live is to suffer, to drink of calamity. It is a perilous path. Death lurks in the dark.
No! I'm not afraid! I'm not afraid! Ah! Do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. See how the hardships make you strong. Every doubt reforged.
I mean, if there's ever time to go Super Saiyan, now would be it. Nice. Sinian to the rescue.
The divinity.
Nay, but one who would deliver thee just the same.
Please. You must save the child. She is all that remains of Mevan and Grasef. Please.
Well, well. Seems the babe's taken a liking to you.
Thou art strong, little one. Let us convey thee to thy home.
I spied our friends as we flew in. They appeared to be holding their own against the Horde.
Right. That's the last of them. We should hurry and find Matsia.
I have a feeling he'll be fine. He had help from on high.
What, like divine aid?
A fine battle it must have been. Shame I missed it.
Estinian, it was you who came to Matia's aid.
I was only along for the ride. Vritra was the one who saw the boy was in need. The two are headed back to the village.
Where the worm will honor Ahiwan's wishes and finally reveal himself to his people.
Perhaps so. Will you go and join them?
There's something I need to do first. Mervyn gave her life so that her child might live. She deserves better than to be left to drift alone. She deserves to be laid to rest beside her husband at least. Will you help me?
Okay, let's again talk to Alpha Node. We have done what we can. 'Tis for the villagers of Palika's stand to perform the funeral rites. If nothing else, Mervyn and Kezra died as they lived, as themselves and not as beasts. Their souls will find peace in the ethereal sea. To think the day would come when even the smallest of solaces would be this comforting. Alright. And let's move straight on. So I guess this is the last quest of this zone, because it's going to give us an Aether Current. So it's called Simple Pleasures. Istinia stands in silence, a grim expression on his face. You are ready then? In that case, let's head to Palika's stand. No doubt Vitra is waiting us. Okay, so can we teleport? Yep, we can teleport straight there. Okay, let's talk to Vitra. Rest easy, for all is well here. Young Matsia returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl have already begun to regain her strength. Less joyously received was word of the mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbours. How many children of Favner must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. Every death another void can never be filled. We who survived them must carry the weight of their memory, as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. Kesaraf and Mahan's blade is a child of Favner as well. I thank you for returning her to us safe. Oh, most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. They say that, were it not for you, brave Matsia and the child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumours that a mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap, but never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in part, but not in whole. I am Vitra, and for years, uncounted have this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over as satrap, with Ahawan as my loyal servant. Are my eyes to be believed? You were the true satrap all along? Nidhana, what are you doing here? I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Palika's stand in their time of need. And so I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Mervan's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are the far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that that young Varshan was created to serve you as your emissary? Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum? A rumour has circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the Satrap's family in secret to fashion a Mamet indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Varshan, with that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people, and decided not to press the issue. I had always assumed one of Awan's associates was manipulating it from afar, though, if truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vitra. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given us your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. 'Twas thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashioned the means to unmake the towers. You were the saviours, not only at Radzahan, but the star. Far too kind you are, Master Vitra, but the stars yet wants for salvation. Once more, with my colleagues and I, commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in this their darkest hour. It would seem that this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Radzahan fares. What will you do, Scions? I wait for the survivors we met at Perusa. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? In that case, might ask a favour. Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way. Okay. So Favner is nearly done now. Okay, let's talk to Nidhana. So, needs to simmer just a little bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The Red Sky, the terrible beast, what in the name of the sisters is happening here in Favner? Oh my, that's rather a lot to take in. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see if it can further our own research. And with that, here we are. A pot of piping hot chai, brewed from my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with hearty helpings of rich milk and purest sugar. I've made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? The drink has medicinal properties. Not in the least. The ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty, though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. Lovely sentiment, Nidhana. By all means, allow us to assist. Cool. So she's given us some tea to hand out. So while you lot distribute hot beverages, I'll do a sweep for errant beasts to slay. A far less arduous task, no doubt. When you've finished, look for me at the Wakeful Torona. Okay, so let's give out tea. So look at them all, lazing about, knowing full well the beast might strike again at any moment. Do they not realize their lives are in danger? Well, I for one intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must. But where would I go? Is anywhere safe these days? Okay, so let's hand over some hot chai, which is just Arabic for tea as well. So a mug of piping hot chai brewed from aramic tea leaves, flavored with Nidhana's secret blend of herbs and spices, then mixed with rich milk. I'm sure it means tea in many languages. Cup of chai? Can't you see I have more important things to worry about? No, you're right. It's precisely in times like these that we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe that I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there is any way I can aid my village and my friends, I will do it. Okay, so giving out 1 cup. The other 2. Okay, we have to give it to this wary citizen. So, wait, I know you. It's like, what was it like Mithrie just standing right up people's, like, butts? You were the one who saved us from those beasts back at the temple. Were it not for you, well, let's not even think about that. At times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. But what future awaits us? How can Razathan hope to recover from this? Most of my friends are gone, and I don't know where to turn. Okay, let's hand over. Cup of chai? Well, if you insist. Ah, that Roma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we've faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. And no matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united. One day at a time, one step at a time. But that is all any of us can do. Yes, back to work. Once we finish this cup, thank you. Alright, and then let's see where the last one is. Could be around here somewhere. In here, maybe? Nope. Where is the third one? Keep. Oh. I see an FC member. Alright. I've got no idea. Okay. Or this building here. Anyone want tea? Oh, sorry. I think it would help if I actually checked the circle. There they are. Okay, let's go. So, I'm sorry. I just want to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him, and it was all I could do but to run. All the while, I could hear this monstrous voice screaming my name. This is for me. We used to drink chai together, often. Share stories of steaming cups after a hard day's work. Thank you, friend. The pain may never pass, but I must press on all the same. For his memory and for we who must remember. Okay. Alright, let's talk now to Nidhana. Thank you for delivering the chai, Mithrie. Did it help to lift the villagers' spirits? That is heartening to hear indeed. The final days show no sign of abating, but that is all the more reason that we must try and keep our composure. Our lives have been forever changed. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts, but we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony till we too join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition. But it is only an acceptance that we find the strength to move forward. Cool. And we have now got the Aether Current for the zone, which means we can now unlock flying in the zone, which I will probably do next. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys. Okay, stop recording. I feel like that video needs a funny edit. Let's see if I can find it. 1 second. Looking for something. Okay, found it. Alright, let's quickly edit the video. So I guess next I'm gonna unlock firing in Fav now. Oh, thanks for hitting the target for the boost. Appreciate that. Okay, let's go. Save files. Okay, how long was this one? Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. Okay. We've faced our fair share of trials in the past as well, and no matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united, one day at a time, one step at a time, but that is all any of us can do. Just editing to work. Once we finish this cup, thank you. Alright, and then let's see where the last one is. Okay. So I'm going to cut out all that time I spent searching for the 4th cup. There they are. Okay. Let's just insert this between. Okay, let's make sure the edit worked. And then let's see where the last one is.
One eternity later.
Okay, cut out that as well. Alright. Yeah. Just as I envisioned it. Okay, let's edit this together. Six story part 27. Quest was called that we might live. Okay, and start encoding. I think you guys got the point. Hydrate? Okay, let me hydrate. Alright. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is, when it's finished encoding, I want to unlock the... what's it called? I think, did my Explorer just crash? I want to unlock flying in FFXIV. Encoding. It's nearly there. It's like 90% done. Let me get up and stretch in the meantime. In the meantime, what's it called? I mean, for the rest of the stream, it's probably just going to be unlock flying at FFXIV and what's it called? And do fake grinding. Get the video encoded properly. Like it did. And I'm just trying to get a good thumbnail. Oh, okay, I've got the thumbnail. Let's close that. Close that. Let's get the Aether Current map. Okay, so where are we going? FFXIV. Aether Currents. That's the one. Old FFXIV. One. Alright, so let's check out the map first of all for the quest ones. Yep, so there's two here. There's one here. Stepchild. Yeah, Stepchild is that one. Then these two. Radiant Patrol and in Agama's footsteps. Yep. And then the last one, Alchemist or Dancer. Yep. And then the main scenario quest we did was called Warm Hearts, Kindled Hopes. Chat. Okay. So looking at the map, it's like there's like two here. There's one right there. There's two here. There's one right there. There's one here. One here. There's one here. Alright. Okay, let's see if we can... I want to try and map this out in a simple way. Okay, I guess we'll start with the south ones first. I did attune myself to here, right? I did, okay. Let's go to Yedelheim first. Delete that, delete that. Alright. Okay, so stand here. Let me start recording the 8th current guide. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, I'm going to be finding all the 8th occurrence in Favner for Final Fantasy XIV's expansion, Endwalker. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we've done enough of the main story where we got one of the 8th occurrence activated. And we are now going to look for all of the 8th occurrence and all the quest ones so that we can get flying unlocked in the zone. And then the 8th compass itself, which you can use to find the 8th occurrence manually, has been moved. So now you go to duty, you go to collection, and the 8th compass is right there in case you want to drag it onto your hotbar. So let's head now to the first location, which is west of this town of Yedelmad, and we will see where the 8th current is. Okay, stop recording. Part 1. It definitely... It's one of those things of, it definitely goes by you quickly, right? Like, I'm going to assume that the next zone we're now going to be finishing off is Labyrinthos, right? Like the second half of Labyrinthos. And then I can do flying there. And then on after that to the last two zones of the expansion. But the problem is that I feel that by the time I've done the 60 face here, I don't think I'll even do 60, probably even less. I will hit 90. And then I can, what's it called? Unlock flying. And, sorry, unlock, like, Reaper. Okay. So let's get this 8th current. Let's record. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we made it here to 1732. And it's right here on this side of this hill. You can literally just walk to this from the path. There's nothing to it. It's very easy to find. So let's get it. Alrighty. Let's go to the next one. That's one. Hard 2. Okay, next one is north of the next town. Go here. Right. Off of this town. This way to get out of here. Oh, come on. Come on. Let's run in a straight line. God dang it. I mean, you could do half the zone with a level 80 and the other with your paladin. Yeah. I mean, I probably will. I mean, the one thing is for sure, I'm not going to do quests or fates if I get 0 EXP. I will... I just need to think of what class to do it on. Yeah, Red Mage, yeah, whatever. Astrologian, yeah. Okay, we need to go to... Yeah. Don't forget, reset, and you'll get 2 challenges over face. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to... I've not been paying attention to the challenge log at all. Now, between 70 and 80, is there any, like, class quest for Reaper? Or is it just role quests? Because I don't think I've even done the Elite DPS role quests, to be honest. Because you see, none of my Elite DPS is 70. It's above 70. So yeah, so if it's like 1 video a day, like I'm gonna have content for 14 for flipping months. Alright. Let's carry on the recording. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we made it here to 11:10, and it's inside the ruins of this house. So really easy to find if you get here, so let's do it. Alright, let's get to the next one. Okay. Let's see. Part 3. Where's the next one? So there, to the north east. I don't think I've even done that, to be perfectly honest. Probably not. I'm fairly sure I did the level 80 Paladin role quest. I've not done anything since. Doing your long locker? Okay. Is it basically just one level 90 job quest or role quest? Or is there a bunch of role quests? To save for current. There it is. Okay. $85 to $90 role quests. There is no job quest on 90. Okay. Alright. Let's record then. recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we made it here to 27, and we're in this quarry area that like you came to for another part of the story, and you need to go behind this house here, up this ramp, and then you can drop down to it. So drop down, drop down. So we're exactly at 27. So let's get it. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, sorry, I'm not recording. We found 3 of them so far. Where's the next one? Okay, so it's saying that there's 2 right here. I'm guessing one is like on this tip, and then one is on that south tip. So they look like they're close, but there's no way you could get to both of them from one side of the map. For one roll quest will give you minimum 400k XP. Okay. Ah. Yeah, you can actually see the other one through there. See. Okay. Alright, let's record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we made it to the next one. 2730, which is just north of the town in this river. So what's interesting about this one is that you can actually see the other one like through here, through this gap, but you can't actually get to it until you can access the second half of FFXIV. But in the meantime, let's get this one. Alright, so let's go to that other one that's just on the other side of that ridge. Okay, stop recording. Part 5. Okay, let's teleport to here. Go all the way south. Like one eternity later. I'm 5 million EXP away from thingy. I need to think what class to do it for, to be honest. If I pick any level 80 class to fake grind. Not unless literally I level Reaper, and then when it's 80 do the fake grind in FFXIV. Shall I do that instead? And then leave Paladin like halfway to 90? Or shall I get Paladin to 90 and then see? Nah. Because I would like to do, let's see, Paladin, Reaper, then maybe Sage. But, you know, just get these 3 out the way. And then I might do Red Mage after, because I flippin' hate Red Mage. I hate everything about it. I think it's the worst class in the whole game. And then the second worst in the whole game is Astrologian. So if I can get those 2 out the way as well, that would be great. Then I can have fun with all the rest. Alright. Let's record. Apart the eternity, then decide. Okay. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we made it here to 2729, and when you can access the second half of Favnir, then just teleport to Palakistan and then run all the way south to this point. This was the Aether that we saw through this gap when we were getting the previous one. So let's get it. Alright. Let's go to the next one. Okay, stop recording. This is part 6. How are you, Mum? Good morning. The next one there. Okay. But right, like there. Da, 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 da. And like as I said, for the 70 to 80 grind, I'm probably gonna be doing the shared fates in what's it called? In the Shadowbringer areas. Like we'll start with Lakeland and so on, and then I might do a few trusts as well. I am not going to go to Bosjo and just grind for 4 hours. I think that's really, really stupid. So I'll do it this way. It'll be an excuse to get this flipping done, you know what I mean? Flippity, flippity, flip, flip. Flip, flip, shiroo. Okay. Alright. So let's record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we made it here to 2225. So we're just outside the other side of the temple. And let's get it. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, this is part 7. Okay, there should be, what, 3 orbs left? 4 orbs left. Which one am I missing? Oh, I might not have got one the other side of the map. So, looking at it, there's one here. There's one here, and then there's one right there. I might have to think about the order. I might literally just insert this one before even that one. So this might be number 3. Okay, let me add 1 to all the numbers then. Part 8. Seven, because one of the complaints I got from some of my like Heavensward Aether garments was that there wasn't any sort of consistency to where they were, or there wasn't any sort of planned route. It was sort of like taking them all over the map. So people complained about it. So now I actually try and plan out the route. Okay. Let's go. AE Reaper quest at the moment. Cool. I need to go there. I'm fine, Mithrie, how are you? I'm okay, I'm okay. Had a good sleep. Everything seems to be in order. Did my gaming news. Did you see my gaming news today? We were talking about it, like, earlier. Like, it was quite a significant ruling, in my opinion. Alright. In the meantime, I did not. I had to do a lot this morning. Well, check it out. It's like it was one of those days where I only reported one story because it was that significant. Alright, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we've now made it here to 1915. I would recommend to run northeast from the Great Work. And it's right in the open. Once you get to this location, you can't miss it. So let's get it. Alright. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I've stopped recording. So this was part 3. Okay, so let's carry on from where we left off. Let's go back to Palaca's stand. There's one of those sort of headlines I read this morning, and I was like, oh crap. And when you look at the headlines, it's basically all people are talking about today in the media. Okay, there it is. See, how do we get up to it? Just jump. Okay, we can just jump. Alright. So let's get it. Let's record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Alright, we made it here. Quite close to Palaca's stand at 3218. And you can see it's on top of this rock. There's nothing to this rock. You can literally run straight up it. You don't even have to jump. So, let's get it. Alright. Let's go to the next one. Okay. This is part 9. So the next 2. It's saying there's like 2 right next to each other. So like it's saying that there's one here and that there's one there. Like there's 2 of them side by side. I find curious. Maybe one is on like top of a building or something. Hey Feet, how you doing? I see you lurking. And thanks for helping me reach the boost target, chat. I think things will open up a lot more in the stream when I'm not... What's it called? When I'm not constantly recording story. I think things will open up a lot more then. Because regardless of how slow I'm going, this content, believe it or not, is still spoilers for some people. There are some people who are even slower than me. Alright. Ah, in the middle of the river. Okay, let me make sure. Let me see if I can find the other one that's just north of there. That's right there. Okay. Alright. Let's record. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we've now made it here to 2314, and it's right in the middle of this river that's surrounded by Marlboroughs, so be careful of those. And let's get it. Alright, so let's go to the next one, which literally is just up this hill. Okay, stop recording. Was part 10. When I've done this, chat, does anyone want to do some fake grinding in Favnir? Okay, so this should be the last orb. Yep, it's the last orb. So, actually, what time is it? Yeah, it's not even 6 o'clock yet. Alright. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we've now made it to 2312. And the Aether current is right up these pile of rocks. You literally, again, can run straight up it. You don't even have to jump. And you can get it. Okay, so that's now all of the orbs found in Favnir. Now we need to go to the quest locations. The easy way to tell where they are is simply as these exclamation marks, the blue ones with the pluses. So there's one here, there's one here, and there's two here, which will make up all of them. So let's start by going to Stepchild in Vlidamad. Okay, stop recording. This was part 11. Again, I didn't think I was going to get this done so quickly. And like I said, I'm assuming that the next area is going to be the second half of Labyrinthos. And then after that will be, I'm assuming, the last two zones of Endwalker. So, God knows, maybe I'll actually get this done before February. Obviously, it's going to be a distraction to, what's it called? To level up Reaper to 85 plus. Alright, chat, let me record. The recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we've made it here to 2536. We need to talk to a ghoul who is on the pier. And the quest is called Stepchild, and you can see it gives us a Aether current. So let's do the quest, and then let's go to the next one. Okay, stop recording. Our ghoul is looking around with trepidation. Why are the Mantaga everywhere? Ah, your face is known to me. You are the warrior who fought the mole in Nadam. I am a ghoul of Katiyan. It was your bravery and skill which inspired me to embark upon my own hero's journey. And yeah, I have foolishly blundered into a den of Matananga. Why do these others walk without fear? Do they not care if they are slaughtered? These Mantanaga are not like those in Azim Steppe. Let me just relabel. I realized I did not relabel this video. Part 12. I do not doubt your word, but grandmother would always warn me, if you get to Matanaga, you turn tail and flee, as far as you can. The tales were awful and bloody, so now, the very sight of them, terrorizes unbidden. Now I cannot stay here, I must earn enough coin to buy passage from this nightmare island as soon as possible. I beg of you, stay at my side for a time, just until I meet this Sana person the sailors told me about. She is said to have work that pays a fair wage, so I will see what she has for me. Fair enough. Okay, let's go. The other side of town. Just happy that I've gone through all the 8th current videos and actually fixed them all. And by the Dust Mother, no one told me Kankana was a Mantaga. I'd ask you to speak with her in my stead. Welcome to Yilda Mad Traveler. I am Kansana, and it's my job to assign the right work to the right workers. May I have your name? Mithrie Menafil. Subscribe. Mithrie and Ogul, was it? Let me jot those down. Oh, grandmother, why? Why did it have to be a Matanga? Is your companion quite alright? Ah, an understandable reaction. The Gaja Sura tribe has done much to stain the reputation of our people. You are looking for work, though, yes? Many have been forced to take what they can get since the troubles began. I'm afraid all the simple jobs are gone. As for what's left, I only have tasks fit for seasoned fighters. Does that sound like something you could do? Fighting? I can fight. Lest you doubt, my skill is likened to that of the Dragon Bane, the legendary Chakha Zo herself. I'm not familiar with the name, but you sound formidable indeed. Why don't we start you out on an escort duty then? A group of artisans set off to harvest materials and ask that I send any prospective protectors their way should I happen to enlist any. What, they already set off? Is our duty not to escort them? There's to be a ritual dance performed in Kajasa's footsteps. They need incense and costumes for the dancers and such. The entire thing was decided rather suddenly, so there was no time to waste. And these artisans you speak of, do they also include Mantanga in their number? It was an Arca Sodra who submitted the request. I hope that won't be a problem. Oh, not at all. I look forward to fainting at the feet of my most feared enemy. Mithrie, I cannot do this alone. Pray lend me the strength of the victor of the Nadam, and half the reward of this task will be yours. Yeah, because it's typical thing of, yeah, you do all the work, I'll take half the money. Artisans didn't plan to venture far. Leave Yidol Mad to the west, and you should soon come across your employer. Then that's where we shall meet. Fair enough. She's scared again. That's funny. You must be our belated escort, yes? Glad to have such a courageous, and your companion... Is your companion not well? See some touchy-shaky? Someone's doing gathering right in front of me. Of course, I should have thought of it before. I shall harvest the necessary ingredients while the artisan stays here. That way, I have no need to fear. I must say, this is less than ideal. My people are already scattered across the wild, and I wanted someone to roam around and ensure they were safe from attack. Is your friend perhaps frightened by Arkasodra? I have met such travelers before. Well, no matter. If you patrol the area, as I asked, I must attend to my own harvesting. Alright, so you're Joshua. Gul has run off to the wilds alone. Keep an eye on her. You continue patrol. Fair enough. But do I need to go far? Not really. You guys are always stalking me, I say it is. Okay, let me summon my chocobo. We're fighting an angry elephant, apparently. Alright. Let's go. You must think me foolish. I was so absorbed in my task that I failed to notice the ground shaking at their approach. Still, my injuries are light and my satchel is full. Thanks to you, I think I can make it back to town in time. Cool. What happened? Did you say the beast? That was a near thing. I took the first one by surprise, but the second, knowing a Mataga stood at my back, my mind froze and my body refused to obey. Grandmother taught us that we should let fear wash over us like water, but to my shame, I could not have failed her more thoroughly. Not to sound ungrateful, Mithrie, but why did you follow me? We were to patrol, forgive me. I should have waited for orders instead of running off alone and putting lives in peril. We should return to our employer. I want to be sure that the wounded have reached safety. Yep. Well, I don't think it will be today. Where I unlock Reaper, maybe tomorrow, if the next stream. See? Depends how far I get with the grind. Because it's already nearly 6 PM, so. He told me of his rescue, although he had hoped for an escort from the start. Imagine if he hadn't come at all. I've sent him and the others back to our workshop, so consider your duty with us complete. You have my thanks. As your payment, you can collect from Kansana. Suppose we should report to Kansana. Guys, what's gathering like now? Is it literally just gather infinite amount of normal quality mats? Is there any actual challenge to it, or is it just click a button? Oh, there you are. Your employee expressed satisfaction with your work, so congratulations on a job well done. As a response to the recent chaos, the upcoming ritual was hastily planned, to say the least. As a consequence, the artisans have been hard-pressed to make everything ready. But when times are hard, the people of Favner rely on such traditions to renew their faith. and bolster their hearts with the teachings of the divine. The death of an artisan would have thrown the whole thing into disarray, and thus your rescue was timely indeed. Please accept your payment, half each as agreed upon. In terms of further work, I may have something for you, so. Okay, that's complete. Okay, so that's one. So we have, what, 3 left? And we can fly. So there's one here. Let's go. Okay. Let us record. So, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we've made it to the next location, just north of the Aetheryte in the Great Work at 11:21, and we need to accept the quest from Jalamuk. So the quest is called Alchemist or Dancer, and we'll get an Aether Current. So let me do this quest now, and then we'll go to the next location. Okay, stop recording. This is part 13. Part 13. I hear it's super easy to level crafter. Yeah, I've been told. It's too easy that one node got me 300 scripts. And then, is there still a cap? Jalamuk is concerned about a colleague. Do you have a moment, adventurer? One of my colleagues has gone missing. She said that she was going to Kajaya's footsteps, get a bit of exercise, but she hasn't come back. I go search for her, but it's almost time for a shift change, and I can't very well leave the kiln to operate itself. Could you find her and fetch her for me? Sure. 2000 scap. Okay. You're too kind. She should be in Kaja's footsteps. Keep an eye out for a Hyur with black hair. I'm sure she'll be happy to see you. She was out the last time you were by, and she was devastated that she missed out on the chance to meet the adventurer aiding the students of Baldassian. Ew. This and then 2 more quests, and then I can fly in Favnir. Probably should actually see where I'm going. Oh wow, I have to go all the way over there. Okay. Yeah. The shame of it for me, basically, is that you guys know, part of the reason I loved crafting and gathering in the old days of Final Fantasy XIV, I nearly said World of Warcraft, of Final Fantasy XIV, is because it was different. It was something else. So a lot of people were into raiding. A lot of people were doing extreme primals. A lot of people were doing PvP, and I would sit in a corner and craft. So it was a nice alternative for somebody like me, and making gil and stuff like that. So I would say that nerfing it, making it so easy that it's like 2 buttons, it's just really, it's a shame. Because, fine, I wrote macros in the past, but, you know, I had to actually spend the time to work out how the macros worked. I had to write them. And I had to test them and make sure that they worked, even if you had terrible gear. What do you mean? I need to go back to work? Oh, I have been out that long? I should go. But I'm hoping to get a better look at the stage before I left. I'm sure you're busy, but could you assist me for a moment? Sure. Thank you. I'll inspect the walls, so could you make sure the stage is in order? Fair enough. Let's do it. paint. More off. Okay. The next one. I feel like it just fit with my sort of meticulous nature. Whereas exquisitely in the wind, no problems here. More hole in the floor, that can't be good. Now, one thing that really surprised me was, for example, one of the first things you craft for carbon are these horse chestnut logs. Now, these logs on Saga Tarnis still sell for like 300 to 500 gil each. So I was like, really? That's a big return, because it means that you could spend probably an hour and gather like 250, 300,000 like gil worth. Like, maybe by today's standards, earning like 1 million gil is nothing, but back in the day, 1 million gil actually used to mean something. Any problems? The floor and the paint? I'll have to fix them the next time you come by. Thanks for checking. You know, it seems odd that I've never met you until now. You wouldn't happen to be the adventurer sent by the students of Baldassian, would you? You are, and here I am delegating you menial tasks. If I had known. I've always admired adventurers like you. You see, I was studying to be a dancer under Mistress Nashmaria at one time. I wanted to see the realm as I travelled for performances. And maybe I still can. Not as a dancer, of course, but as an alchemist. But we should hurry back to the great work. I don't want to cause any more trouble than I already have. Make that cash Mithrie. Yeah. But the thing is, I'm still, even until now, I'm still sitting on 50 million gil, and I own 3 houses. What do I need beyond that? We should hurry back to the great work. I don't want to cause any more trouble I already have. I mean, if I have to, I'll make some gil guides to teach people how to make it, but I myself am not desperately in need of gil. He ran straight this time. Ah, there you are. I heard that you helped my colleague with her stage inspection while you were out. Greatly appreciated. She really looks up to your kind, you know. She lost her chance to become a dancer due to an unfortunate injury, and now she's working to heal the sick and injured as an alchemist. She was so happy to meet you, as am I. Here, a token of our thanks. Okay. So 2 quests to go. They're both here. Okay. This one. Radiant Host Captain. Was in the way, so let's draw. Maybe. Alright. So recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we've made it to the next quest location. Palaka's Stand in the second half of Favner at 2917, and we need to talk to the Radiant Host Captain. The quest is called Radiant Patrol, and we'll get an A for current. So let's do that now, and then let's go to the final location. Okay, stop recording. Part 14. Radiant Host Captain seeks someone to help her in her duties. I know we are beset by monsters, beasts, and the worst, but if you have even an ounce of strength to give, I would ask for your aid. I'm in need of a brave soul to help patrol the area in search of any lost refugees. I would ask my brothers and sisters of the Radiant Host, but our numbers have been greatly diminished. It is all well that we can do to keep the darkness from swallowing this settlement whole. Very good. It shall be heartening to have another warrior by my side. Let's commence at once. Okay, let's go. A random fate here. Do people not really do fates in Favnir? We should begin our patrol by heading south. We need to split into 2 groups. There's those terrible beasts. Okay. Investigate the areas then. Oh, it's like 30 degrees C in here. It's hot considering it's the, what was it, like 28th of December. Invade the area, nothing here. Now, the other question is, chat, is what are you guys trying to achieve? So, for example, for me, it would be basically finish the all 90 grind, and obviously right now is to finish the story. But beyond that, what is there to do in this game? It's not a critique, it's an actual question. I guess you could do the card game, Triple Triad, whatever in the Gold Saucer. The Sage and Reaper, and then back to Relic. Okay. Oh, it's gone, thank the gods. Cool. Go see the Radiant Host. Alright. Next. See a strange statuette lying on the ground. Alright. Go back to the captain. For me, like, for example, the all 90 grind will take, it will be a lot of work to do all night, especially when I want to catch up with all the quests I missed. So, that's why I won't play more than one MMO. Hey Balfir, how you doing today? How you feeling? It's unlocking flying in Favnir. Welcome back. I've heard of your noble deed. I thank to us. You've made and earned a reward for your time. Then he just walks off. Feel like a 90-year-old? Oh, jeez. I mean, with my walking, I know how you feel. Remember my dad said to me recently, he said, I look like I'm 100 years old when I walk. My dad is nearly 70. So for him to say I look like I'm nearly 100 is kind of bad. Alright. Okay. Then the last quest is there. Okay, let's recover. So what's next for you in terms of your recovery? Okay, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we made it to the last quest location at 3016, and we need to talk to the Weary Radiance, and the quest is called In Agama's Footsteps. So let's do this quest now, and then when we turn it in, we'll be able to fly in Favnir. Okay, so that was card 15. Card 15. The Weary Radiance seeks someone willing to brave the wilderness. Ah, what luck, you look capable, braving the jungles unscathed. Would you help me? Sure. Close this. Okay, it's unfolded around us. I fled to the temple. While I was able to make my way here, none of the others have. I worry for their safety. The temple's to the west. Please hurry up. Okay. Rest, I haven't had the energy to even play a game. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. I'm hoping in a couple of weeks we'll be playing the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. I did ask PlayStation to send me a copy. We can play through Uncharted 4, but if we play Uncharted 4, the goal will actually be to platinum it this time. Never platinumed it before. And the same with Legacy of Thieves. So, is it Legacy of Thieves? Lost Legacy, that's the name. Would be interesting to revisit those. And if they ever do remaster or remake Last of Us, like the rumor says, then I will play that again. Who are you? Get to save me. What's on you? She wouldn't forget about us. Shelter. Let us tread carefully. Escort the safety. Okay. So he's running quite slowly. What was the last game you were playing? Yeah. It was funny yesterday because I went to my parents' house. My sister ordered KFC, but then they delivered completely the wrong order for us. So my sister complained to delivery saying that they delivered the wrong order, and then they sent the right order again. So yesterday we had like a mountain of chicken. And remake still trying to plan. Oh yeah, you mentioned. How's that going? I do want to play 7 Remake again. Just before Part 2 comes out, I want to play it. I'll play it again from scratch. Or I might do a New Game Plus with like my super gear. On hard mode. Might as well. I guess I outran them. Rufus is a bastard on hard mode. Yeah, I didn't actually find him so bad, but I think I one-shot him, if I remember rightly. But I think it's because I was, like, overly geared. I would say 7 Remake on hard mode is really gear heavy. Or, well, it's not really gear, it's the material, isn't it? If you just max out your HP, then the rest should be fine. I don't know how to thank you, you saved my life. Here's what I do. 6:20 PM. Yeah. Please tell the woman from the Radiant host I arrived safe. I don't think what was my... I mean, guys, some of you were there when I played 7 Remake on hard mode. Like, what did I struggle on the most? Is in 7 Remake on hard mode. Hell, yeah, Hell House, yeah. Hell House was hell on Earth. That probably was the hardest fight in the whole game. So my brain deleted it. Alright. Let me record and finish off, and I can fly FAV now. Okay, recording in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we did the quest, so let's turn it in. So this quest I had to escort someone back to town, basically. For his safety, and I was able to do it. So thank you very much. Let's complete. So there you go, free bird FAV now, and I can now fly in the zone. So the first thing I like to do when I finish unlocking Aether in any zone is to uncover the entire map because of the bonus experience it will give, and then I also like to do the shared fates now because of the rewards and the bonus EXP. And I would like to just get out of the way. So I've already finished Mare Lamentorum and Garlemald. I've got another 59 to do in Favnir, so I'll be here for a while. So yeah. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys.